Nicole Scott here from Mobile Geeks, and Sony has launched a series of new smartphones. We're going to be taking a look at the Xperia X. This is a new mid-range device, and for those of you who are wondering why is there no Z6, well, that's because they're actually retiring the Z line and they're moving on to the X. Let's take a closer look at what Sony has to offer at Mobile World Congress 2016. So here we have the Xperia X. It's got a 5-inch display, 1080p. It's got the triluminous display, and when you check out our versus Z5 video, you're going to see that this display is actually pretty dope. So now, taking a quick walk around the system, all the things that you love about Sony hardware are still here. We have the power button on the side, which I really like, minus the fingerprint sensor, which is too bad because that was very James Bond. We have the volume rocker, physical camera button, which is so good. Around the bottom we have a micro USB connector with noise cancelling. Around the other side, here's where you get your micro SD card and nano SIM. You can see that the slot is it's significantly narrower than the Z5, but you'll see that in our comparison. Here we have a headphone jack, and it does have high-res audio, which is great. So this is a mid-range smartphone because it comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 650 processor, which, if you look at the benchmarks, is really not a slouch, right? This is really competitive processor, and it comes with 3 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and what I love is that it still has the same camera and sensor from the Z5. So this is a 23 megapixel camera with a single tone flash, but it comes with something called predictive focus, which we're going to check out. So here we're going to track the green ball. So I've selected it and I let it go, and you can see that the square is following it around. So let's just say that's an extreme sports person or a cat or a child. Sony's really trying to keep it so that whatever you've selected will stay in focus. So let's take a look at the Xperia X OS. It is exactly what you expect from Sony, and I really do like that they've kept the app drawer, because LG just dropped theirs. Although the icons I do think could use a bit of an update. I still think they're a little bit cartoony. They could be a lot more sleeked and polished. I mean, the rest of the operating system is very, very nice. Now let's just check out the phone. What version of Android are they running? They're running Android Marshmallow, which is good. Thank goodness they're doing that. But let's just take a quick look at the camera. So there's actually, the Z5 had one of the best smartphone cameras here on the market. So if we just take a look at that, and then let's just pull that photo up to see what kind of detail. Hey, there we go. We're gonna get here. So you can tell that there is some post-processing, but the amount of detail that we're seeing on the Fern's leaf there is actually quite impressive. So we pull back. All right. So now let me go up here and take a shot. Here we go. So this is just all on auto. Okay, well this is clearly a prototype because it's a bit slow. There it's got the processing. You can see that guy's hair. Good colors. I mean, I was always a fan of the smartphone camera on the Z series, so I'm really glad that it's made it over here. Other things that are notably absent is this is no longer waterproof. But this was just a quick hands-on of the Xperia X. Big fan of the new form factor, although it does look a bit disgusting with my sweaty hands there on the back. Something to maybe take note of. Anyways, Nicole Scott here from Mobile Geeks, taking a look at the Xperia X. If you have any questions, please let me know. And of course, we're going to be having a comparison with the Z5 if you want to know what's changed.